Mr. Ben Rhodes. Pull up a seat, my man. I have been waiting for so long just for a singular opportunity to finally go off on this rat bastard. I have waited for so long, dude. My mentions have never been this united. There is almost always one sad sack of old sacks in my mentions that is always like, oh, but actually, this is not the thing that you think it is. As a matter of fact, you are very wrong. No, for once, we finally have a unified mentions. We have mob rule, ladies and gentlemen. Because Ben Rhodes has just absolutely shown to the world why I cannot fucking stand this little pile of rancid shit. I am dumbfounded by the actions of this absolute coward on the Truck Series Day. Mary beat me to it. I am not even the best kamikaze anymore. Ultimate 23 Dragon already posted a video about Ben Rhodes, and it's like, wait, I saw that, I'm like, that's my job? I'm slacking, man. I really am. I really just need to turn this around. Alright, we need to repair the seams that are crumbling on this channel. So what actually happened, Kamikaze? He asks this question 2 minutes into the video. Well, loyal viewer, let's take a trip down to the Lone Star State. In one race, Rhodes managed to piss off Front Row Motorsports, Kyle Busch Motorsports, and Rayum Brothers Racing in 3 separate incidents. My man, you are a wrecking ball. So, like about halfway through the race, Rhodes got run into by Todd Gilliland, who completely wiped the fuck out and destroyed his truck. Rhodes definitely did not give him a lot of room, but in this case, I think Todd Gilliland did the most of the going up. So we're gonna call that a draw. With like 3 laps to go, the man is on the outside line, which is the lane that you wanted to be in this race, actually. And he's coming out of the corner, side by side with another truck, you know, that thing that they do the entire fucking race and are perfectly capable of doing it the entire fucking race. And then he just doesn't stop turning left. And he hooks Christian Eckes, sending him barreling into the wall at a good 120 miles an hour. The truck hits on the passenger side and just kind of pancakes it a little bit. It was a bit of an odd angle because it wasn't a traditional Earnhardting. It was a lot more, there was a lot more spin there. It wasn't just a straight shot into the wall. It was a couple of spins and a lot of, you know, momentum got come out of that. So, but that is not it, ladies and gentlemen. On the white flag lap, Rhodes also managed to take out the Rayum Brothers truck of Josh Balicki, who was going for a top 15. Bruh, I don't even know why he was still allowed on the track after the Eckes incident, because Fox played audio of Rhodes admitting that he had flat out dumped Eckes and sent him into the wall at 120 miles an hour. So, does NASCAR just not have access to that audio? Does Fox have an antenna that is interfering on the signals of these drivers, and NASCAR is just like, oh man, I wonder what the 44 truck is thinking right now. It's just like, how can you not have access to that audio when Fox does? How can you, because they had to have listened to this radio communication. They had to. They had to. They had to. They have taken people out of races for much less than this. I think it was like when Brennan Poole wrecked JJ Yaley at one point. Like, it was in the Xfinity series, and it was like on the backstretch or something, and like the wreck was not nearly as bad as this one, but they still parked Brennan Poole even though he was probably out from damage anyway. But the point is, there is no excuse for that 99 truck to have still been on the track in the first place for this third incident to have taken place. And then, I don't even know what the best part about this entire extravaganza is. I don't know if the best part is the fact that Rhodes just proved to everyone why I can't stand his bitch fucking ass, or if he completely denied intentionally wrecking Ekis in the post-race interview. This post-race interview, though.
Yeah, it's 2 times. The guy runs me out of groove. I almost knocked down turn 4 wall. I'm completely out of the gas, hand over fist, and I'm trying to catch it. I end up hitting him. He gets wrecked. We go to the back of the field to change our, I'm trying to gather it up. He almost put me into the wall for the second time. So I'm trying to gather it up. We get into him, which is unfortunate. Okay, then the 51 right here jacks me up in retaliation for his teammate and wrecks me and Balicki. Now, I apologize to Balicki's team. That wasn't any of my doing. We're running in the back with the damage.
What? You're telling me that you have the absolute nerve to take Ekis the fuck out of this race and then go on to claim you didn't? My dude, if this is you trying to save a truck, I don't want to know what goes on in there for the other 133 laps. Like, I shouldn't even have to say this, but I probably have to. Everybody else on the track was capable of running that outside lane, and you're telling me that this is you saving a truck, you hooking a hard left when you're not even loose, you're not even, the rear end of the truck isn't even out, like he's trying to save it. This is so pathetic. This is so black and white pathetic. This is absolutely brazen. Like, if Ekis was trying to run him up the track like he said he was trying to do, I mean, I guess Rhodes is a bit of an expert on running someone up the track, considering he dumped Johnny Stotter's shit in the 2016 Kansas race. No regards for human life in that corner. That had to have taken an immense amount of talent. Much like it had to have taken an immense amount of talent to hook a left out of turn 4 when you're not even loose. Not even loose. Like, you're telling me that these trucks that were glued to the track, that were glued to turns 3 and 4 the entire race, are suddenly going to be loose with 5 to go specifically. So Ben Rhodes is an absolute chicken shit coward. He actually has a very common name, and I have to apologize to every other Ben Rhodes out there that has to share a name with this absolute shit stain on humanity. This is the most pathetic thing that I've ever seen in the truck series. I'm genuinely serious. This is the saddest attempt at, I don't even know what he's trying to do. Does he actually think that people are gonna believe him when he says that, oh, I was just trying to save it. That's why I just kept turning left. I was just trying to save it. Yeah, dude. Yeah, definitely. That must have taken a lot of talent. It must have also taken a ton of talent to wipe your own shit out at Talladega every fucking time that you've done that. Must have taken an immense amount of talent to absolutely flunk out of the Xfinity series. You wonder why he's still in this truck, because even though he's got all this funding behind him, and he still can't fucking win any races unless unless the entire top 5 in front of him pit, unless he's racing against Stuart Friesen, of all people. Like, you're telling me that in a season where Grant Enfinger has destroyed people week in and week out, and the sheer level of consistency that he had the previous season, you're telling me in a season that Matt Crafton can win his first actual race since 2017, and you can only muster 1 win after everyone in front of you just pits and you're racing against Derek Kraus. And you still barely beat him out of turn 2. Yeah, give me a break. Give me an absolute break. Are you trying to actually tell me this shit, dude. But it's a good thing that NASCAR has access to both this interview and the in-truck communications that took place immediately after the incident to determine the fact that Ben Rhodes is lying, he's a two-faced coward piece of shit, and he should be immediately suspended. Right? Oh, so do you just have, you know, blackmail material on Ben Kennedy? Does Ben Rhodes, the amount of, the places that the world will take you when you come up with Bill France's grandson's dick pics, and you use that as blackmail material. Where are the dick pics, Ben? Where are they? Wow, this is incredible. I know Ultimate 23 Dragon already made a video explaining all of this, but you're telling me that Johnny Sauter is going to be suspended for a whole race for spinning out Austin Hill under caution? Mind you, the 16 barely had damage. Barely had damage. That truck was still race-winning worthy. And they suspended Johnny Sauter for a full race for that. And yet, when you have clear radio communication of Ben Rhodes explaining his intent to wreck the 18, then he goes on to wipe out a underfunded team in Josh Rayum's truck. And then he gives that post-race interview. And you're not going to suspend him. Where are the dick pics? Where are they? That's the only explanation that I have. There is no excuse for Rhodes to be in that truck next weekend, unless NASCAR desperately wants something interesting to happen, so they're going to make it so that AATECS has every reason in the world to wipe Rhodes shit out. Like, can we not forget the fact that this wreck that AATECS had could have been a whole lot worse? Like, the fact that it wasn't is a bit of a miracle. The fact that Rhodes is so bad that he can't even take out a guy properly, that it didn't result in Christian Eckes breaking something. I know that the trucks are slower, and I know that there's safer barrier all around Texas, but this was just about the exact same scenario that almost killed Austin Terrio in 2015. If Rhodes was a little bit better at taking people out, you know, you'd think he'd have some experience by now. You'd think he'd be a seasoned veteran at wrecking people's shit at this point, but apparently not. If that wreck had played out just a little bit differently, it could have been bad, guys. I know the trucks are pretty safe, all things considered, but Austin Terrio nearly got killed. Must I bring this up all the time? So yeah, fuck Ben Rhodes, and absolutely no reason for him to even step foot near an auto racing vehicle ever again. If he's still anywhere besides Rick Ware Racing in 2021, what can you even say at that point? I am absolutely floored at the fact that they are not suspending him. I hope Eckes dumps his shit. I hope he waits until Phoenix to do it at a faster track, so maybe Rhodes can take a little bit more blunt force trauma, you know, just to really, you know, return the favor. But in any case, yes, Ben Rhodes fucking blows ass. He is a coward, a chicken shit, a spineless, testosterone-free wretch who deserves absolutely nothing, who deserves nothing but your scorn, who deserves nothing but to rot in irrelevancy for the next 30 years and or the rest of his life. I am looking forward to Christian Eckes wrecking his shit. I'm looking forward to everyone wrecking his shit, as a matter of fact. I'm looking forward to Josh Rayum getting a brand new Thor Sport truck for his operation.
Hello, Chigger! It's a bit blustery, isn't it? Trying to fly this fucking kite and there's all this goddamn wind! Oh shit!
You saw that shit, right? The cutscene faded out and then, like a nuke fell and everyone went flying. It's just totally perfect.
What the fuck was that?
that sound? Oh my god!